Welcome back to Kicking It with Kenya. And today's topic, actually, before I even go into introductions, I just want to hint on Hollywood, all in general. Hollywood. And all of these movies coming out. Some of them are great, and some of them are movies that we've seen before. So I kind of want to know, is Hollywood losing its touch, or are they making some things better? Obviously, the topic today is remakes. We got some good movies coming out. So we got It, we got Child's Play coming out. Feel like there's another Freddy movie. I don't really want it now. I kind of don't want to be 100% because I saw a trailer for it. What movie are you looking forward to coming out? We also got Aladdin and Lion King.
Oh, it definitely. I loved it part one. I thought it's one of the best remakes, if not the best remake that I've seen, especially for horror. Um, and I think I like it because I feel like it's the example of a remake done right. Like I feel like what it did right for me, it kept the core characters. It changed and enhanced the atmosphere. Obviously, you can do more with effects than you can do back then. So they did more with the CGI. But all in all, it kept the heart of what makes it, which is what I like. With a lot of remakes, I feel you lose that. With Chucky,
Oh.
I didn't see it because it's not out yet.
But you see the loss.
But no, not necessarily at a loss because it can be done. It can work. But I feel like if you're gonna change Chucky, now he's an AI instead of a serial killer trapped in a doll. The whole point of Chucky was he was trying to get out of the doll.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why he kept chasing this one kid. So for this AI, if they make it like the AI it gets attached to this kid and he wants to kill everyone around him to keep the kid safe, or he figures out humans can't be like every other AI story is, then I just feel like, well, then it becomes something totally different. And I feel like what makes Chucky unique is the personality. Brad Dourif brought Chucky to life in a way that's unique to this one specific character. Now, I think Mark Hamill is a good choice to do this. And I feel like he can bring something cool to this role. But I feel like if you strip everything away from what makes something what it was, then why call it the same thing?
Right.
And the only reason you do that is because you're trying to get the audience from that franchise into the movie. You're taking everything away from this that made Child's Play. Now it's even more than one kid. It's a group of kids, so you get like a Stranger Thing vibe. Chucky's an AI who can control other electric things. This is not Chucky. But you're going to call it Child's Play to get the Chucky fans in the theater. Because if you call it something else, like they call him Buddy, and it's like instead of good guy, he's a buddy doll. So call it Buddy. But then that doesn't sell as well as Child's Play.
But then it just feels like a money grab.
But here's what I'm saying. But that's my problem with certain remakes. Because I feel certain remakes, they just lose the core of what makes the characters the character. And I'll stick to horror. The Freddy remake, I didn't like it. I did not feel like that was Freddy. It was darker and all that thing, but I didn't like certain changes they made, just me personally. The Friday the 13th remake, one thing about it I didn't like, which was Jason kept the hostage. That's stupid. Jason doesn't keep hostage. Why would Jason keep a hostage? You know what I'm saying? So essentially, if Jason kept a hostage for so long, so he's cooking for her. He's feeding because she can't live. She has to eat, right? So he's feeding her. Like, that's stupid.
That's not
Jason kills people that come to the lake. That's the point of Jason. He doesn't keep a hostage. That's dumb. The Halloween remake. I didn't like it. I know a lot of people loved it. I like certain aspects about it. But when you take out the whole brother-sister storyline, what's the point of him going after Laurie now? Laurie was some random chick that got away 40 years ago. What's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no tie-in. Why would Laurie be so, like, fixated on Michael's going to come back? Why? Because he randomly killed a couple of your friends one night 40 years ago? You know what I'm saying?
That is a traumatized situation.
It is, but then why would she stay?
But he don't got to
Why would she stay? It doesn't make sense because if you leave the brother storyline in, like they're still brothers and sisters, then it makes sense as to why he might come back.
It still don't make sense of why she would stay because I'll be on the next.
But that's what I mean.
Somewhere else.
But if you take that out, which they did, you're stripping away the whole point of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when he gets out, he doesn't even go after Laurie. He just kills a bunch of random people in the town. He only gets to Lori because he's driven there by the doctor, which was another stupid plot point. But that's my problem with certain remakes. When you take out the aspects of what makes the characters, it's no longer the character. So why call it the same thing? You know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing. I feel like what a remake should do is just add on to certain things that you can improve upon within the time period that we're in. Like Poltergeist. Remaking that makes sense because you can do more with effects. Pet Cemetery makes sense though I wasn't crazy about the remake because of one change they did, which is shown in the trailer. It still makes sense as to, okay, I see why you would do this because you can do more now than you could do back then. Right. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it just got it right. It doesn't feel like it's a blatant copy of the Tim Curry Pennywise, but it feels like it still has the same heart that one had with the kids bonding relationship together and them bonding together after Pennywise. You still had that aspect in there. Bill Skarsgård wasn't trying to copy what Tim Curry did. He made it his own. Right. And I feel like he did a great job with his own interpretation of the character, but it still had the core characteristics of Pennywise.
Because people could fall into a trap trying to copy those before then. Yeah. And it just becomes it feels like you're just becoming a copy of a copy. And it just loses it.
And you can still do, it's like superhero movies, like the Joker. We've seen so many different interpretations of the Joker. And they still keep the core essence of what makes the Joker, but it's different takes. Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger are two different takes on the Joker, but they still have core aspects of what the Joker character is supposed to be, which we'll possibly see in the new Joker movie coming out.
And you know what, the new Joker movie actually seemed really interesting.
Well, we never got an origin story.
No, and this is really like I'm actually looking forward to Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Mm-hmm. It's crazy how somebody had a meme and it was like, before, in order to make Joker, it took a vat. This time to make Joker, it's society. Society made him crazy.
But you see, those are the things that make it work from a storyline perspective, because you can do things that relate to our time period now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when you do, that's why certain remakes, I'll see, and they'll be like, okay, I get it. Like, I get why you remake that. Then you got certain remakes where it's like, well, what's the point? Right. You know what I mean? Like certain remakes that were rumored, like the Last Dragon remake. When I heard about that,
and wasn't this supposed to be Chris Brown and Rihanna?
But the second I heard about that, the first thing I said was, why? You can't do the Last Dragon in this type of society. No. It doesn't work. Same thing with Warriors. When they was rumored to remake Warriors, like why? The whole point of Warriors was them trying to get from one side of the city to another.
No, not the city, the boroughs.
That's what I mean. In 2019.
You can get Uber.
Come on, bro. Like, there's so many ways of communication and travel that you couldn't do back then that it wouldn't make sense. You're not going to have these dudes in the street with chains. No, that doesn't you can't do that in this time period. Yeah. You can do a different version of that, but I just feel like it's unnecessary to try. Like that, New Jack City, Scarface, there's no point. There's no point. Because then also, you're going to focus on the characters. Who's going to do Scarface better than Pacino? Who's going to do Nino Brown better than Wesley? There's no point. Like, you can't improve upon Blade the characters.
Wesley, because you might as well just keep Wesley in the Blade. And you saw what happened when they tried to reboot Blade. It got canceled in the first episode.
Well, I mean, Sticky Fingers wasn't exactly the best choice for that. So
I don't think nobody's the best choice besides Blade. Sometimes some roles, it's just that person's role, and that is it. Like, let's just leave it alone. Mm-hmm. Like, let's just let it be. If you guys are going to think about doing a Blade movie, if it's not Wesley on the screen, I don't need to see it. Like, I know people got their little Michael John White in the hat, and you know what? As the martial artist, yeah, I can see that, but no, it's Wesley. Mm-hmm. It will always be Wesley. It will never be nobody else for me. Mm-hmm. Always and forever Wesley Snipes. But I digress. You was making a point.
Yeah. But no, it's just like I said. I just feel like with remakes, it's just such a hard way. It's just such a hard thing to please everybody. So you're not going to be able to please everybody. No. But I feel like there's certain things that just make sense. Like with The Lion King coming out.
I don't get it either. With The Lion King. I don't think nobody was beating down the door for this movie.
Yeah, but the reaction that it's gotten, because now that's making cartoon movies into live action, Pikachu, Detective Pikachu, Jungle Book, Dumbo, Aladdin, Lion King. It's just a new thing now because it's easy because your storyline's already laid out for you. All you got to do is do the animation. And Lion King is gonna make bank.
It is gonna make bank, of course. But and then of course I'm gonna run and see it. But it's not. But this is what I mean. Going back to like what I was just saying. Like, did Hollywood lose its touch? Because it's like nobody was asking for it though. It happened, great, and we're gonna go see it. But it's not like it was something that was needed. It's not something that we was all begging for. Just like this Aladdin remake, nobody was asking for it. Nobody was begging for it. It's not like people say, "Hey, I want Aladdin." There was no petition for it, so I'm not understanding why we're doing this.
But it still piques interest when we get it. You know what I'm saying? Like when we heard they were doing it, it piqued people's interest. Even now, despite how some people may feel after seeing the trailers and everything like that, it's still going to, I feel, have a good opening weekend. Of course. Now, whether it's good or bad, I don't know, and we'll see how that when we see it. But I do feel like there is interest there, and there is intrigue with things you can possibly do with a lot of these storylines that are already laid out for you. Lion King is intriguing to me. Now, I'm wondering, is this just a live action version of what I already saw?
It can't possibly.
But here's what I'm saying. But now if they change the storyline up too much, you're still going to have people complaining because then it's like, well, no, this isn't the Lion King.
They already changed up Scar because first of all, Scar was fly. And they got this Scar looking like a crackhead. I'm not understanding why.
He didn't look like a crackhead in the cartoon.
He did not look
compared to Mufasa.
No, Scar had the luscious black hair, and he just had a little scar, and that was it. Dirty. Scar was not dirty.
Scar was in the caves.
He was not dirty. He was fly. That hair was swinging. He was fierce. Okay,
not fierce.
Scar's a fierce.
Scar was
this Scar right now look really, really dirty, like got mange.
Again,
Scar shouldn't look like mange.
Live action. And speaking of live action. Let's talk about this. The Sonic trailer that just dropped.
You were so mad.
Listen. The director, I want to send a props. Props to the director, props to the studio, props to the producer for listening to the outcry and saying, you know what, guys?
We'll fix it.
We're going to fix it. Taking care. Because the Sonic I saw in that, and I'm a Sonic fan. I played Sonic on my Sega Genesis. That was the Sonic 1, Sonic and Knuckles, the Sonic that opens up and you put the other one on top. You got to put it back. Sonic, I fuck with Sonic. Sonic was my game. So when I saw that,
y'all went what the fuck was this? Because the reaction to that,
it's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
It was like his legs are too short.
Because again, the Lion King, right? It's lions. Live action lions. Dumbo, it's an elephant. It's a fucking elephant. Sonic's a hedgehog. He has a design where his body's is short and his legs are long. He got some big ass sneakers, some white gloves. Why would you change that and try to make him look like a human?
I didn't think he looked like a human.
No, but I mean the way his body was structured, they evened him out to make him look real. That it just looked weird. It looked weird. And then your plot point in the trailer, like I said, when the one part in the trailer they show when he busts out the car and it does a sound, it took me back. That was nostalgic for me. I like that. But then when he started talking, I'm like, they should have got Jaleel White to voice him again, but that's beyond the point. But then...
Right, he's still working.
Yeah. But the thing that throws me off again is, okay, at the end we see Sonic literally have 1 million missiles coming towards him and he's beating the drums and all, but he can't dodge a dart? Like, the dude shoots him with a dart and catches it. He can't dodge a dart.
I would like to think, no. I would like to think that in that moment, one, he was startled. Two, I think he was trying to show he wasn't a threat, and in mid-sentence, he got hit by a dart.
Sonic!
But it was just, it's gonna build a character relationship.
When you can run fast enough to break open time, to create freaking, you can basically flash time. You can't dodge a dart.
I just think he wanted to talk.
No.
That's what I got from that.
He literally said, meow. And the dude's pointing a gun at you. What if it was a real gun? He would have just let them shoot. Like, come on. It's Sonic. The way he sees the missiles,
I think he assessed the situation and knew that he wasn't in danger.
It was stupid.
And I think he knew that this man clearly came with a dart.
It was dumb, and I hope they changed it. Now, Sonic didn't see him, that's one thing, but it was dumb, and I hope they change it. And I hope Jim Carrey is not Ace Ventura Jim Carrey the whole movie, because when they show Egg, that's not Eggman. Eggman at the end, when he has it, that looked like Eggman. But in the beginning, when he's... No, that's Ace Ventura. No.
Let's just be happy that we're even seeing Jim Carrey because he said he was retired.
Listen,
let's just be happy that we're even seeing him.
It's just been a while since we've seen Jim Carrey like that.
Right.
Doing this brand of comedy. He hasn't done that in a while. But again,
remember, he's not real.
I again, but no, I was saying, but you still have a basis on how to do these characters. When you have a game and a cartoon and a show,
no, I mean, Jim Carrey thinks he's not real.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But beyond that, you know what I mean? I just feel like when you have the blueprint laid out and you change what makes the character, it's just like, oh, that's the problem with certain remakes. That's why I think the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith. Now, the acting, people can say what they want about the acting. As a martial arts fan myself, I love the original Karate Kid from a storyline nostalgic standpoint. I
loved all of
them. But the fight scenes are cringeworthy. Mr. Miyagi's fight scenes are cringeworthy. I'm sorry. Daniel LaRusso in all 3 movies never got any better. At all.
That's not true.
No, yes it is.
That's not true.
Yes,
the second one, he got better.
No, he sucked in the second one. He sucked in the... Hilary Swank was better than him. That's just a fact. This dude's out here getting beat up all movie. Then he hits a stupid-ass crane kick and then wins the fight. No.
He was not getting beaten up all movie. That's not what happened. He got swifted.
You said Karate Kid 2?
No, we're talking about... Oh, I thought we were talking about 1 with the kick.
He was getting his ass whooped in 1 too.
He was not getting his ass whooped.
Literally, the first time we see him on the beach, he gets fucked up.
He didn't know anything yet.
No, I don't care. We see him on the beach.
He got jumped.
We see him on the beach, he gets beat up. We see him by the fence, he gets beat up.
He didn't
He goes
know
to school,
anything
he gets
yet.
beat up.
He
learns,
right.
and he's cocky, talk shit, gets beat up. The whole tournament, he gets beat up. He
did not get beat up the whole tournament.
He's laying on the table.
He was whooping ass that whole...
Mr. Miyagi, you think you can fix my leg?
He got kicked in the knee.
Listen,
he got kicked in the knee. It was a cheap
listen,
shot. Now, you're not going to talk about that movie. No, it was a cheap shot.
You got your leg swept, your wrist is bruised, you just get beat up. Then you want to retire, and in the second movie, you get beat up again. And
you're not getting beat up again. He don't be wanting to fight.
You gotta watch the movie over again. He gets his ass whooped the whole series. He gets his ass whooped the whole series. Now, Cobra Kai, I have yet to see. I heard it's good. I gotta watch that. But, anyway, the remake of the Karate Kid, the fight scenes. First of all, you got Jackie Chan as Mr. Han. It's not even close. Like Jackie Chan being cast in the movie alone means better fight scenes. Period. So yeah, there's that. But I do feel like it kept the heart of what the Karate Kid was. The only thing they really changed was him learning Kung Fu and the way he learned it. But it kept the heart of what the original Karate Kid was. Now, the performances, people could say what they want, but like I said, from a storyline perspective, I feel like it's a good example of a remake. But once again,
nobody was asking for it.
I feel you.
Like, I just don't... My thing is, like, I'm not mad.
But what remake are you asking for? What do you want to see a remake
You know what? That's something I gotta give thought to. You right. I don't know. I gotta give thought to it because it's not something that you know you want until you know it. But I just know I wasn't asking for Aladdin. I was pretty much good on the cartoon. I know I wasn't asking for Lion King, but it's happening and I'm gonna go see it. But it's just
you're gonna go see Aladdin too.
I am gonna go see Aladdin because I'm curious.
And that's why these remakes are coming out.
And that's why, But it's like, give us more movies.
Why? You're gonna see it.
And but that's not okay though. Like the money grab is not okay. No, I love movies. I'm going to see it.
Okay, so we can't complain.
No, I can't complain because it's like, don't do me like that. This is still my money. And it's like, at the end of the day, you guys have to think of something more creative than this. Like, we don't got to keep redoing the same the same thing over and over and over again just to get my money. Because after a while, it ruins that feeling of going to the movies. I'm loving all these continuations. I don't know. Sometimes I prefer continuations like part 2, 3s, and 4s to things than I do a remake. Like, I know me and you was just talking about a potential Rush Hour 4. Will it be great? I don't know. But I appreciate the effort in a part versus a remake. Because if y'all would have told me that y'all were going to remake Rush Hour, I would have been pissed.
They were talking about that.
I would have been pissed.
With the gender swap.
And I don't need that because this MIB shit, I don't need. Like, I don't, stop forcing Tessa down my throat. I don't need it.
Tessa Thompson is beautiful.
But I don't need it. Like, once again, I don't need it. We had Will, and now that is his shit. I don't need this MIB with, the gender switch. I get that let me calm down. I get that we're trying to make a push with, like, more, female-led things and more. But it's a way in which it's being done that it's like you're forcing it though. Like, I don't need it like this. Even going back to Endgame, that moment, that wasn't needed. Like, cause Captain Marvel's genuinely stronger than all of them, so why do we need it? Like, it's just certain things that I don't need this. It's not why. Now it just seems like you're just doing this cause out there asking for it. Like, but no, you're not giving us good stuff. You know, like, I don't need you guys giving her Will Smith's leftovers. I need her to have something else. That would have been better than this MIB remake. For what? Like, why? Like, I just don't need it. I don't need it. I just don't. I'm sorry. That's just what I feel with some remakes is just some I don't need. I just don't. But you let us know how you feel about these movies that are coming out. Are you someone that prefers continuations, or do you like these remakes? Let us know in the comments. And as always, like, follow, subscribe, share, tell your cousin, sister, auntie. Get me out there, y'all. As always, until next time, peace.